European Commission has said it will allow the use of the controversial herbicide glyphosate for 10 years. That's after the EU failed to reach an agreement today on its renewal. For the latest on this, let's go to Brussels with France 24's Dave Keating. Dave, what more can you tell us?
Well, we've had the vote by EU national governments just about 30 minutes ago, and again, just like last month, they were unable to reach a qualified majority for or against the renewal of glyphosate. But essentially, the Commission is overruling them, which it has the right to do under EU law. Now that they have been unable to take a decision for so long, the Commission has the right to say, okay, we're going to act on our own because the national governments can't reach a decision. And the Commission has said that it will go ahead and renew the controversial herbicide glyphosate for another 10 years. Now, this has been an incredibly contentious issue at EU level for many, many years. There are some studies that have linked glyphosate to cancer, calling it a carcinogen, also to Parkinson's disease. However, there has never been any definitive proof that glyphosate is dangerous to human health. And indeed, the European Food Safety Authority in July said they still could not find any link between hazards to human health and glyphosate. And the industry has said, first and foremost, that the kind of what they say is hysteria about glyphosate is not actually based on science. And they also say that this pesticide is so important to agriculture that it could actually jeopardize food production, that there's no alternative for this because it's so widespread among use. So canceling its use simply because of an unproven link to human health risks is not wise. So we'll see what happens here. I'm just seeing that some NGOs are going to challenge this decision by the Commission using the EU pesticides law, which says that the precautionary principle needs to be followed. So therefore, if there's any possibility of a risk to human health, that something shouldn't be authorized. I'm not sure they'll have success with that, but we'll see. This authorization is expiring on December 15th, so some kind of decision needs to be taken before then.
Right, and just to give some context, this was a bit of a surprise move from the Commission. This vote was supposed to settle it. How did we actually get to this point?
Yeah, I mean, you could say this is maybe not a good look for the Commission. It does look a bit anti-democratic because they are overruling the national governments here. However, it should be pointed out that a non-decision by some of these governments is a decision in a way. France, for instance, my understanding is they again abstained in this vote. President Macron, when he was campaigning, he said that he was against the renewal of glyphosate. By abstaining, France has basically guaranteed that this gets renewed, because if France voted no, then by my count, they would have a majority against the renewal, and then the Commission couldn't have reauthorized that. I'm not positive that France abstained, but I understand that that's the case. I mean, this is a very unpopular herbicide with the public, particularly in France. A recent Ipsos poll of 6 EU countries found that 62% of respondents want glyphosate banned in the EU. And last week, 100 civil society groups sent an open letter to the European Commission asking them not to renew this ban. So this is a very contentious issue, and the fact that the Commission is doing this authorization essentially without the political backing of the national governments is a bit risky. We'll see how they handle this in the weeks going forward. Like I say, this is a very contentious issue in France, not so much in other EU countries. So it's not necessarily a pan-European preoccupation, but that pressure from France could be significant.